Hello and welcome back if you have watched before, and if not, it's nice to see you here. My name is Haley and this is my channel At Home with Haley. And today you can see this is a carport cleanup. So it is spring and the weather's starting to get nicer. This was a Sunday afternoon and it felt really good outside, so I just wanted to get out here and do some cleanup. And so I actually forgot to start filming before I started. So the problem I'm trying to kind of fix here is that this shelf is kind of out of the way, like stuck in the corner, and we end up setting things in front of it, like coolers, or we have a little wagon that gets set in front of it, and then you end up not being able to get to the shelf. And so what I want to do, and what I'm making room for here, is I want to move that shelf over to the wall on the left next to the electrical panel box. So in order to do that, I have to get some of this wood out of the way. We do have a wood burning fireplace in our house, so we always have wood out here to burn, but it does end up getting really dirty underneath it. You can see like this is a carport, it's not a garage, so we can't close it up. So, you know, there's leaves coming in and then just dirt and dust and stuff like that. So just want to clean under there before we get this moved. So got the wood moved out of the way for now. I'm going to restack it in just a little bit, but now ready to get this shelf moved. And we decided the things on the top we should probably move, but then we were able to slide it with the rest of the items still in place. So getting that moved over, and then I'm just going to go through the shelves and kind of get rid of some trash, reorganize a little bit in a way that makes a little better sense. So that's what we're going to do next once it gets moved over. So got this going, but while we're watching, I just want to say thank you for coming and watching. I haven't posted in a while. I feel like life has been just really busy, and this was actually a few weeks ago when I filmed this, and I just have not gotten around to getting the video edited and getting it up. So sorry if you have been waiting. I know I don't have a ton of subscribers, so not sure how many people are paying attention, but I know my daughter told me the other day, you need to post a video. You haven't posted in a while. So at least one person's paying attention. And she said I should get something out there. So I will try, once this one's up, I'll try to be a little more regular. My goal at first was 2 a week, and that is just obviously not happening. So I think I'm going to make my goal at least 1 a week, to not put too much pressure on myself. Life is busy. My daughter plays volleyball. We've had tournaments a lot of the weekends, and then they just had spring break, and we went camping for the week. So just been doing a whole lot of things. I thought about filming a few times at some of those events, but just didn't pull out my phone to get anything filmed. So yeah, I'm going to keep going through and clearing out some things that we can get rid of, reorganizing things, and then just getting this area cleaned up. Okay, and I just want to mention as you watch, so I do get it, pretty straightened up on this day. It's not Pinterest worthy. It's not some magical organizational structure out here. You can kind of see I do have a few labels on this shelf. So one's like outdoor decor. So those orange tin cans you see, they have jack-o'-lantern faces cut into them. So you put little candles in there and it's little jack-o'-lanterns for Halloween. So I keep those out here. There's a couple of outdoor tablecloths over there. And then I have a spot for outdoor toys. And then the shelf I'm cleaning off now, I was thinking about switching these two shelves. And then I realized my gardening tools is the shelf that I'm working on now. I realized, if I move that down, our granddaughter would be able to reach some of that stuff. And it's like, clippers and some like fertilizer that I wouldn't want her to be able to reach. So I left the, that's like kind of recreational stuff. That's on the shelf where I'm about to put these balls. So it's fine for her to reach those. And then I actually do move her outdoor toys to the very bottom shelf so that she can get to them if she wants. So I really need to relabel this because I did move some things around. And then the top was like outdoor cleaning items. But I think we actually didn't end up putting anything back on the top. We have another carport, like a freestanding one, in our backyard. And so my husband did move a few things down there because we just weren't using them often enough for them to be in our main carport. So he moved those down to get them out of the way so that we just wouldn't have as much up here to deal with. But like I said, this was a few weeks ago. I think it's still straightened up. Like the shelf is straight, the wood is straight, but things just get moved around and get messy again. So I've, had to kind of straighten up a few times in between then. And then, it gets dusty and dirty. So I've swept out here, in certain locations out here a few times since then. So you don't get it done and then never have to touch it again. It's like a, upkeep thing. So down at the bottom, there was just a lot of leaves that got pushed in there, and then they weren't easy to get out because they, had stuff all over them. So getting those cleaned up to get them out of the way. And here shortly we'll be moving to another, area. I think you'll see me put together that box in the background is like a tool holder. So like you can put your shovels in there or your rakes so it holds them upright. So I'm going to put that together so that we can store all of those things better. But you'll see that happen here in just a minute. I actually forgot that first I would have to put this wood back because it's behind my car. I should have moved my car out of the way. Sorry. But yeah, I got to restack the wood that I had moved from earlier. So now all the wood is in the corner, and which it's nice. It's just kind of put away. It's not something we're probably going to get much more use out of this year. I think it got cold one more night after this. It was like cold and rainy, and we made a fire. But here lately it's been like a little chilly at night and in the morning, but nice during the day. So you don't really feel like you want a fire going. So we won't be, having to get these out much more. So putting them in the corner here, getting them out of the way, makes sense. So I think that part was a win. I've moved around wood stacks more than you would think. Our wood will be stacked in one place, and then I get tired of it being there, and I decide it needs to go somewhere else. And then it's also just a way for me to like clean that area out, because like I said, the leaves and dirt just kind of get behind there, and it just, I know it's wood, who cares if it's got some dirt under it, but it makes me feel better to just kind of get it reorganized every now and then. So it doesn't bother me to do this type of work. I like being outside. I like working in the yard. I like cutting the grass. It's just something different than always being inside and keeping things clean. Get to be out in the sun, get a little bit of movement in, a little bit of exercise. So I enjoy that. So it's just nice being outdoors. And it's getting to be that time of the year where, you want to be out there. So it's really nice. We got our bikes out of we have a storage building. So we just recently got our bikes out. We had put them up, for winter because no one was going to be using them. And so excited to start using those more and take some rides around the neighborhood. We took a few of the bikes camping with us. So that's the kind of thing we typically do when it does start to turn more spring. And then summer comes and you don't want to ride a bike because you'll be sweating. So getting this area kind of cleaned up, moving out of the way some things that are going to go to the trash. And then, like I said, I'm going to be putting together this little tool holder, and I'm moving all this out of the way because it's going to kind of fit into the corner of the shelf and the wall. Kind of in the way of the breaker box, but it's not causing a problem. So just putting it right there next to that shelf to keep all the items we have together. I did get this at Aldi. I think it was around $30. I could be wrong. It's been a few weeks. And I had bought it like maybe a week before this. So it was super simple. I didn't even read the instructions. You just put these 3 pieces in, and then you just lock everything together. It was shorter than I thought, but it does work fine. So you'll see me start. So I have this outdoor broom that I only use outside, so I can keep that in there. And then I went and got a few of the shovels we have. Our rake was actually down in the other carport, but I think my daughter went and got it. So just finding a spot for everything so we can keep them nice and organized. can see, I have kind of finished the area I was working on with the shelf and the tool stand, and turn the camera so you guys can see this other part of the carport. So we just had a lot of things leaning up against this wall. A lot of that wood, I either put it where it needed to go or put it in a burn pile for us to burn in our fire pit. So got that cleaned up, you'll see here in just a minute. And then a few other things went down to our other carport so that they could be moved out of the way. So just going to get this area nice and tidy. But in the comments, if you guys will let me know, have you been working outside at all? What do you like to do? I want to do some videos where I show, you know, doing some planters with some flowers in them. We have purchased a few just already done baskets that we hung outside here recently. Some of them are looking good. A few seem like they maybe got bothered by a little bit of cold, so may have to replace those. But I've got several other planters that I want to get some plants put into, so thought I would show that. And then you know, just some yard work that I need to get done. So let me know if you guys would enjoy seeing that type of video. So here I'm just, like I said, all these leaves come in and they get in behind things, so even if I clean, unless I move everything around, I'm not getting all that up. So getting that cleaned up, it feels good to get all that out of here after the fall and winter. So getting it nice and, I would say, cleaner. And here I am kind of sweeping off. There's a lot of cobwebs around this window. The window is old and it needs some work. We need to paint the ceiling in our carport. We need to dust everything off really good up there, but even with this broom, I can't, you know, get to the ceiling. So I've kind of, if I stood on our steps right near our door, I was able to, you know, sweep off from around the door up to the top. But I haven't been able to like clean off everything. So you know, if things start looking really bad, I'll try to get those taken care of, but otherwise it does get kind of ignored. All right, so just starting to kind of move some things back into place. And, you know, while I don't like junking up an area with a bunch of stuff, you know, you have things and you have to store them somewhere, and this isn't ideal, but it's a small carport. It's not got a dedicated storage area. That would be really nice if we had like a room where, you know, we could store, that was just for storing things, but we don't, so we just kind of have to make do with what we have here. But it works fine. Normally we don't pull 2 cars into the carport. We can, even when this stuff's over there, but it's just really tight. So normally we just end up having 1 car in the carport and the others just park out in the driveway. But so I like to keep a couple seats out here in case people want to come out. They can have a seat out in the carport and just hang out if they want. But here is the final result. So not perfect, not Pinterest worthy, but cleaner than before. Thank you for watching. Bye.